The Broncos have completed one of the most memorable final series. A 19-year drought. Gone.
It's just surreal. The whole thing was surreal, and I've never in my lifetime, for a whole game, recall a player who just went after it so hard as Reece Walsh.
Yeah, no, I was trying to think too, like of games in grand finals. I mean, Luke Lewis was very good in 2016, but everything this kid touches and everything he does he's on the fly.
Oh,
that try he scored was a fantastic try. Like to do it in an NRL game, but then to do it in a grand final.
Smooth operator gets a quick play of the ball, and he sees it. He scampers to the left, and Pappy would love that tackle again. He goes high, and the palm comes out, and he palms him, and he watches him goes down. Then he dives for the try.
It was a beauty. Look, you don't often say this, but it's a game where it's a team game, right? But you always have a superstar, and you think they can get you out of trouble. The rest of those Broncos players should be thanking him for the rest of their life, because
100%.
If he doesn't play, I know we can sometimes say this, but if he doesn't play, they get absolutely lapped. Not only scoring tries, setting up tries, but the saving of the tries, the reading when Eli Katoa went down and he does the old touch move, the head fake, and then he jams Pappy.
Pappy has scored that try 1,000 times, hasn't he? You saw him lurking up the middle. So you saw the break for Katoa, and Bellamy needs one bloke in support, and that bloke would be every day of the week Ryan Papenhuyzen.
Yeah.
And he crushed him.
It was good. It was good, and it was they thoroughly deserve it. I honestly thought that Melbourne would be too sort of just when they get their grip on you and they don't let you go, and especially when it got to half time, I was thinking to myself again, they won't lose it from here, a bit like Penrith before, but it's just they're fitter. It's their efforts on their kick chase. They got better as the game went on, and maybe in the back of their mind they're thinking, well, that's how we played. We spoke about it, how it was like a race pattern, how certain horses just know, and they've just got them. He's got them going right at the right time of the year.
Where does that grand final? So that grand final doesn't have what the 2016 grand final, 2015 grand final rather, 2015 grand final where Felt scores on the bell.
Yeah.
The 89 grand final where Steve Jackson scores in extra time, and they score a try through the Chicka Ferguson on full time there as well. And of course 1997 where Andrew Johns explores the short side.
Or 23.
23, yes.
That was pretty special.
Yes,
too.
but it didn't have right on the bell moment.
No.
Right? But it had everything else.
Yeah. It was, what did they say? It was the highest scoring grand final up until half time. Most points scored in a grand final. And that we thought it'd be a high scoring game because of the way the Broncos play. But a lot of so-called experts that have egg on their face.
Well, yes, and we did, Brian, because we were wrong. And in our selections for that, I thought Melbourne were absolute morals. In the end, they were not. And I love these messages that you get on your DMs. Haven't replied to these just yet. Where are they?
Get that up. I've got a lot of get that up yous.
Yeah.
And a lot of people saying to me, sucked in Gordon. I don't have anything to do with Gordon, but I think we've got some audio of Gordon. I think this was after the game. Him, because obviously he was, and he's just sticking up for his mate, Kevy Walters. He didn't want Madge coaching. I think a few old boys went. But this is Gordon this afternoon in response to a journo saying, Gordon, how do you feel about Madge now winning the premiership?
I was winning. I was not.
Tourist. He's never heard of Happy Days listener, by the way. Didn't know who Arthur Fonzarelli was.
No.
Arthur could not say he was wrong. And you've got to do the one that's elongated. I was wrong. Anyway, we'll get there.
Okay, so I can't find this message, right? But it was something to do. Somebody messaged me and they said, I hate to be the one to do this, but and I'm thinking, but you got it wrong or something like that. I'm thinking, well, you don't actually hate to be the one to do this, do you? Because you've chosen to do this. So you don't actually hate being the one to do that. That was just phenomenal. I honestly, 14 tackle bus.
Yeah. Patrick Carrigan was enormous.
Yep.
And the two wingers, Karapani and Yasoi, phenomenal.
Yunusoi Capitan, he must be mad as a cut snake. you've got a chance to score the first try in a grand final.
Oh, yeah.
And he starts to go on the...
Yeah, the
what the
tiptoe.
hell was he doing?
I don't know.
What the hell was he doing? I know Adam Reynolds would appreciate it. He gets an early kick.
Yeah,
But he was so close to botching that.
I like Karapani. Like the story that he was at South and apparently he was a little bit loose, and that's why South moved him on. They'd like to have him back, and the little halfback too on one leg.
Oh, I tell you what, this is going to be just Broncos. Do yourself a favour. It's not fun for us if you do this, but just take the phones off your players now, right? Just.
Oh, you
it's
feel
already
there's something
happened.
coming.
Oh, it's $1, Fletch. But
And
it's
this
great
team-
content
yeah,
though.
This team is
let it go.
if you could put this team up against some of the other teams, they're pushing number one spot.
Oh, they're going to be pushing
Just
number
with,
one.
because they've grown up in the TikTok era.
Yeah.
They've grown up with the camera in your face.
Yep,
So
yep.
it might just be a slip up.
Yeah, this is going to get big, and they haven't even met with the Lions yet. I'm forecasting at some stage this week we're going to see photos with the Brisbane Lions and the Broncos. Don't
And
you
the
think?
girls, too.
And the girls.
Yeah, just all hanging out.
Trophy Town.
I tell you,
Take me
we
to.
need a publican up there. I remember when the Sharks won the grand final and all the pubs said, we have never sold so much alcohol in a 7-day period. Can you imagine the Broncos this last fortnight? Sorry, Brisbane rather this fortnight.
Yeah.
That, drink wise, by the way, folks. Drink wise.
Of course.
But holy dooly, that place will be exploding.
How do we feel about the cigars and the goggles? Now, I'm not a goggle man. I've told you this.
Yeah.
The goggles.
Some of it is a rite of passage when you celebrate a grand final to have your eyes stinging
That's right.
from champagne. That's the whole. I love that bit.
Oh, no, we're old, Brian. Just,
The
it's different.
cigars. It's very NBA-ish.
Very. But that's it, mate.
That's what they do.
Oh, Brooksy, how are you, mate? We're just coming up for air.
I'm good. It was one of the great grand finals to watch at a pub too. Everyone was up and down. There was a good mix of Broncos and Storm fans. As a Dragons fan, and I know there will be a certain percentage that agree with me here, I thought it was great that Ben Hunt goes up there first year and gets the... Did you see when he had been KO'd and he goes over to Reece Walsh because they'd already lost Reynolds.
Yeah.
And it felt like it was a chat like, hold on. But it reminded me of those Westerns, you know, when one of the main characters is shot.
Oh, yeah.
And they bring in their mate and go, just before we go.
Yeah.
Just don't let them take the ranch. Like, it felt like that.
And then they go,
Yeah, and then they keel over. That's what Benny Hunt did with Reece Walsh. 8 minutes to go. Do it. It was great to see. Like you said, so many stories. Gemma Shibasaki. He's getting on the plane to the Ashes.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
He's played an Origin. He's won a grand final. Now he's going to play for Australia at the Ashes. Xavier Willison, I thought was amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great bench performance. Ezra Mann, much maligned, like stood up when he came on and did some great things in both attack and defence. The Broncos, man, and I have a bit of a hatred back to the early days when they knocked out the Illawarra Steelers in the 89 Panasonic Cup. Always hated the Broncos growing up. That was a 7-year-old, hated them. But last night, it was great to watch. Like, it doesn't matter who you go for. That game was awesome. The ratings reflect it. It was Volandis and Abdo. It must be
mate.
with cigars and goggles somewhere in a bath, like just
going.
enjoying what happened over the last 4 weeks.
4.4 million people.
I know.
That is just insane.
Yep.
I remember when we used to get 1 million, we thought we were going all right.
Yep.
4.4. Do you think it's got something to do also? I feel it's got a lot to do with the women's game as well.
Like 100%.
Because the girls stick around
Yep.
and watch it. So it's a genius play.
Everything went to plan for the... If you're talking about NRL versus AFL, the AFL Grand Final was a blowout in the end. Every final we had, particularly those Sundays, so they rolled the dice on
Broncos
these
ones.
Sundays. They all exploded. It was just... Abdo and Volandis got everything they wanted. Absolutely everything they wanted.
And a big shout out to the tourist, a.k.a. Teddy Swims.
Oh, yeah.
Tourist, can we draw some rank tattoos on your face and put you in a big... Oh, you got a kilt.
I've got a kilt
Whack you in a
already,
kilt
yeah.
And that big rank... it was like a Thunderdome jacket.
Couple of earrings on.
Yeah.
I thought Teddy Swims was excellent.
He was good.
So, Tourist, you're the most qualified to appraise this. Well, you've got the singing background.
Sure.
Where do you rate Teddy Swims?
Oh, of my time following rugby league, all 3 years of it, he was the best grand final that we've had in the NRL. I can't think of a better. The fact Snoop Dogg compared to to Teddy Swims. If we're doing the comparison, for me, it's no contest.
Okay.
Teddy Swims
on the day,
knocks him
yes.
out.
On the day, yes. But overall, I think Snoop's earned the right to be.
He's a bigger name,
Yeah.
but, you know, I prefer people who can actually sing rather than lip syncers.
True.
Oh.
I don't think Teddy's can last. I think his throat, the much, how much effort he puts in, I think he's going to end up a bit like Axl Rose.
Shout out to Scott Sattler. He nailed the song. Before Teddy Swims came on, said on air last night, "Here it comes AC/DC." That's the cover he's going to do.
But he knew.
Yeah.
He's a
Harry
general
Knuckles,
manager now. They all talk.
Yeah.
Like, he's out of the media now. So he's in that, they're like the Illuminati.
Thank God thank God the Sattler farewells are done.
I know. There'll be one more, surely.
6 p.m. tonight, Scott Sattler tribute show. Straight after us tonight.
We'll get him on
It's
there.
Farnham-like, isn't it?
It
Remember
was.
when Farnsey was just like, farewell tour, and it was just someone was with him every year, every tour.
Yeah.
Do you feel that Teddy needed to maybe have a little bit more energy, or you feel he can just carry it with his voice? I feel like he should have danced a little bit.
Yeah, no. His highlight was when he smashed the camera and it turned around to the pianist.
Yep.
Sorry?
Wait, no.
I wasn't looking.
The guitarist.
That was
Oh, the
pianist,
guitarist.
wasn't
The
it?
pianist, yeah.
Yeah. And there was a bloke on a piano as well.
That's the guy.
I saw that.
Excuse me.
I'll tell you what I thought the AFL had with Snoop, there was a lot more theatrics and colour and pageantry. Exactly right, tourist.
Because of the daytime.
Yes.
It looked good. And night felt like the slower Teddy Swims. It suited it, right? Just at dusk.
Pianist was
Great.
good. You're right.
The pianist was...
Yeah. I did like the guy on top of the piano, the guitarist.
Yes.
It was giving me Lenny Kravitz vibes.
Yeah.
Leather pants,
Yeah,
gyrating.
The drummer
Not
had...
quite as good as the saxophonist in was it 80? No, 93.
Yeah.
When he and Tina Turner did that, and he was
Solo.
that was gyrating at its best.
Reece Walsh has had a crack at Stefano, folks, and that's always the concern, is that when you poke the bear, it was always going to come back to you. Here's what Reece Walsh had to say about Stefano's comments of calling some of the Broncos stuck up.
Let me say something. Boys. Stefano's stuck. We're up, baby!
Stefano's stuck.
Yeah, so he's saying that they've been called stuck up, and he's saying Stefano's stuck, and we're up, baby.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah. I mean, you got the Clive. He's terrific at rugby league. Maybe just
Put the phone down.
hold back on the rhyming sledging.
Okay.
Now,
all right.
I was thinking about this. Is the signing of the year Ben Hunt? Is the signing of the year Ben Hunt? The reason I say this,
Right.
when Reynolds and Mam went down,
Yep.
they had Ben Hunt as a backup.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was brilliant in that run of 4 or 5 weeks. If they didn't have Ben Hunt, are we even having the conversation that they make the top 4?
Right, yeah, that's exactly right. And I tell you, just on that same vein of thinking, a bloke who was outstanding in that run also, which I thought was very classy from Adam Reynolds.
Billy. Yeah.
Yeah, that little gesture, boys, right?
Yeah.
That one gesture, I reckon that completely changes Billy Walters' week. He made him relevant on the biggest stage.
Yeah.
So Billy's just in the backdrop. He knows he should be part of it. He's not. And then all of a sudden, in the big moment of that trophy getting raised,
Yeah, definitely.
and Reynolds says, Billy, come up and help me lift this thing up. That changes Billy's week, I promise you.
Yeah, and when we had Alan Langer on, I was watching some of the old games, and you know what the iconic 6 more, but the iconic shot of those moments is Kevin Walters and Alan Langer holding that trophy, and what we saw was the 6 and the 7, well, the 6 and the 7 there holding the trophy, are Walters and Adam Reynolds.
Yep.
It was great to see.
I know they had Jock Madden waiting in the wings, but if like the signing of Ben Hunt, I feel has been massive.
Oh, yeah. Mate, some of his kicks in that grand final were superb.
Yeah. I just think it was the signing of the year. So they went out and got it. Don't forget the Chooks went after Benny Hunt.
Yeah.
Very hard.
And on Benny Hunt too, how classy was Harold Grant, him saying how deserved Ben Hunt was to win a grand final when he hasn't yet won a grand final. That was super classy from Harry Grant. It truly was a game of two halves, and for the Melbourne Storm, maybe saved their worst half of the year for the second half of this grand final. The first half, Brian, they were 21 of 22 completions. They had one error.
Yep.
And they were in complete control. Second half, 10 of 17.
Yeah, bad. Sort of got a little bit nervous, didn't they? I heard Billy Slater on the commentary saying, what do they do here? Do they play the percentage game, kick long, kick early in the tackle count, or do they keep playing footy?
With that narrow lead?
With that, well, it was 10 points at the time. And just as he said that, Reynolds kicks out in the full, and they go on that attacking raid, and then we know that the Tui gets his big mitts around it, and unfortunately, Reece comes over and he didn't really knock it out. He just sort of
put pressure.
And
Geez, you got to feel for Tui. Like he's centimetres away from being a grand final try scorer like yourself, Brian, and probably a premiership winner. Actually, was Tui in the 2020 grand final?
Yeah, I think he was.
He would have been,
on the
I
bench?
think.
Yeah.
I think he may have been.
I don't think he wasn't. I don't think he was.
Really?
No.
Anyway, he drops the ball. It was the Herschel Gibbs moment of the game. It would have been 28-12. Surely they are home from there, aren't they?
Well, we said, yeah. It's very similar to the Penrith game last week, when Alamotti almost got his third and off they go to 20-0. But this is rugby league and they came home. They were much fitter.
Brooksy wasn't there.
Not there.
Okay, and then the very next set, they shift it wide, and this bloke goes hunting for pearls, the diver.
Dives over.
And he comes up, Gemat Shibasaki.
Yeah, it looked too easy for a grand final try, didn't
I know. So did the first one.
Meany came, yeah. Well, that was Reece. At least they tried to.
So did the Meany one. There was a lot of easy-looking tries, wasn't there?
But, the Shibasaki, the diver of the pearl variety, what a year he's had. Train and trial, Origin, gets full of piss on his birthday, gets stood down, and then comes back, wins a grand final, scores a try, and is now a kangaroo tourist. What a year.
Oh, what a year. Now, boys, when it's 21 of 22 completions and it's half-time and you lead by 10, the Melbourne Storm are taking a giant leap towards a premiership. Who wins the Clive at that stage?
I think it's Ellie. I think Ellie Katoa.
Two-horse race, I think.
You thought,
Jerome Hughes and Ellie, you reckon, Brooks?
Yeah, I thought Hughes.
Yeah,
he was in everything. Scored the try late. I think it was.
But Pap's second half was good.
My oath, it was. And when he burst through off the scrum, you thought this is going to happen again.
That was what he did in the grand final.
Yep.
But he's lost half a yard of pace, and Reece got him easily. I wonder if he'd have that. I wonder if he'd, thinking back, would he just take the tackle?
You know what?
Flick it back to the brick. The brick was rattled after Ezra got into him.
Yep.
The brick was rattled.
I haven't got these numbers in front of me, but
just make them up.
Most times the Storm got up there. If they didn't score, they had very near misses. So if Paps, it's easy to say now, if he doesn't go for the flick pass, if they anchor down, do they cash in that set?
Well, still, with 2 minutes to go, they're on the line too.
Yeah.
They had, but Brisbane scrambled really well. Katoni Staggs was awesome. They didn't have really a bad player.
No, Kobe Hetherington was great.
Yeah.
Bench.
Wilson. He was terrific. What a game. What an absolute wonderful game. So there you go. Missed opportunities, we spoke about that, but it wasn't to be for the Melbourne Storm. 7 debutants have been announced in the Kangaroos squad. They include Blake Brayley, Keon Kaloamatangi, Mark Nawanganawazi, Jacob Preston, Gemat Shibasaki, Ethan Strange, and Reece Walsh. I've got to say, this is one of the squads that would have the more informed types, I reckon, Brian.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I agree. And some kids who thoroughly deserve it. I mean, when I say kids, Blake Brayley's had an enormous season. Keon Kalongamatangi as well, and, of course, Ethan Strange.
Yep, there was a team leaked last week. There was no Mitch Moses included. There was a Bradman Best included. I'm tipping that Shibasaki's gone past him via the grand final.
Yes, and when we spoke to Kevy, I'm pretty sure it was 22-man squad. They extended it.
Well, it was 22. Then they pushed it to 23 to justify Ethan Strange being part of it, to be like I don't know if you say development player, but they certainly pushed for that, and now they're at 24.
Yeah, 24, which I didn't think you were allowed to do that.
24.
Anyway, it's a good-looking side. It's going to have to be up and about because England will fancy their chances.
It'd be nice and cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
But it's fun, though. These blokes are going to remember this for the rest of their life, even if they never tour again.
Yeah, right. How long is the trip, Brian?
Well, there's 3 games, and it's 3 weeks. So would you say all up?
A month or so?
Yeah. They'd go into camp.
Yep.
So maybe
6 weeks.
Yeah, it might be a 6-week jobby.
Okay, there you go. No surprises? Any snubbings, would you say?
Not really. Not really. No. I think they all deserve. Well, the noise around Zachy Lomax with this this R360, I thought that might be against him. That might be held against him, but no.
I'd love to see your starting team. In fact, myself and the full package might talk about this tomorrow. Who do you think would start from this particular team? Is Tommy Didden pushing Munster for a starting spot or not yet?
Not yet.
No.
Not if you got Cleary there.
No.
They'll go Cleary Munster.
Cleary Munster.
Who's your 14 of that? If you're going Munster Cleary.
It has to be Didden then, doesn't it?
Didden.
Has to be.
Have a look at the forwards. Your front rowers. Well, Tino will get one. You've also got Lindsay Collins. I suppose he could add a Keon could play in the middle if need be. Blake Brayley, I don't think he'll play.
So no Payne Haas.
Obviously, no.
No Payne Haas.
Who are your centres? Who's going to be your centres?
Staggs.
Yeah.
Staggs will be that right centre for sure.
Is it the Broncos centres?
Could it be? Could Gammett he's...
The kangaroo pearl diver.
The pearl diver just hanging over there.
Would you have the pearl diver in front of
just diving in
Strange?
Canals over there? I'd have, yes.
The pearl diver in front of him at this stage, having played Origin.
And that's his position.
Played a big grand final. That's his position. Okay, that makes sense. Well, that's pretty much it. They're a bit thin in the centres, aren't they, really? Like they got pretty much only got...
Well, Lomax could.
Yeah, Lomax could.
Could at a stretch. Yeah, could at a stretch.
And there was chat Bradman Best was in the side.
Yeah.
Remember when there was the leaked team last week? Best was there.
You've been listening to this show?
Yeah. I know. Yeah, sorry. I've been.
I think Shug was right. I think the pearl diver just went past him.
6-minute rule. Yeah.
Just wearing those big helmets. You know those big helmets the Japanese pearl divers used to wear? Remember those big ones?
Like the Life Aquatic with Steve Cizzo sort of. Yeah. What a bang.
It was like
NASA. Like a sort of NASA helmet.
They had those rank little things in there. Why was there a lot of pearls up there in Darwin too, I understand? I think
it's warm water, isn't it?
The Paspali family up there have decided to. That's where they made a lot of their money anyway.
Who's the wingers?
Thanks.
Coates and Wanganawasi?
I'd have them.
Yeah.
Marky Mark.
Yeah.
Wanganita Wase and Xavier Coates. They did a good job on Xavier yesterday.
Terrific job, as they did last time they played them.
Gave away a penalty one stage. But
I liked the Melbourne Storm. I thought, the back three might have the edge, but it turned out to be the other way. The Broncos' back three were enormous. So there you go. 1300 01 1170 is the way to have your say. Now, Kevin Walters has also announced the 2025 Australian Men's Prime Minister's 13. Now, I've never quite understood this team. It's always been a bit of a...
Yeah, what's the criteria?
Yeah, I don't understand what are you looking for when you pick this team, because it's a very eclectic group, Brian.
Does Albo pick this? Does Albo sit over there in the lodge? Does he fish out the window there at Kirribilli and say, right, this is my team?
I don't know.
I think it used to be in the day.
Did it?
It was a Prime Minister's 13.
Okay. I don't know what they do these days, Brian. Jai Gray's in the team, Jason Saab. So it looks as though they've picked it in team order. Bradman Best and Nick Meaney in the centres. Trey Fuller.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Oh, Ethan Strange and Kalao Matangi are included in this. So that kind of tells you where they're in the pecking order for the Ashes team, doesn't it? Or not?
I feel like it is.
Yeah.
Because you would hate to go out and hammy or whatever in this game knowing that you've been selected, though. Like, that's the tough thing about getting selected in both. Maybe autographs and...
I hope they've given away those, what they did in the World Cup. Remember the World Cup numbers?
Oh, yeah.
That was dog shit. Oh, yeah. Remember that? It just didn't fit.
Yeah, it didn't fit. They had it in order, didn't they, when you debuted?
Was it?
Yeah, I think it was like, so Tedesco was number one or something because he was the oldest in the team, I think.
It didn't work.
Didn't work.
Let's just put them in their normal jerseys.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, folks, now just be a little bit careful here. Some of these are coming at very late last night. 10 p.m, Jordan has his say. G'day, Geordie.
Looks like I'm off to a Sunday Mass, boys, because the Broncos won. And I am... free from desire. Off to Sunday Mass, and I don't care because I am
Jordan. Now, the best part, listeners, is Jordan's going to chime into the back line in about 40 minutes from his time last night. In the meantime, let's go to George.
Go the Broncos! We're the Broncos! Stick that up, you New South Wales and Victoria! Lions! NRLW! NRL! Origin! Yeah, yeah, yippee, yippee, yeah, yeah, yippee, yippee, yeah, 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 yeah! Get out of the
Great man, Georgie. I like the way how he went. Oh, away from the mic. Fantastic stuff. Back to you, Jordan.
Sweet Reece, where you from? You sexy things. I believe in miracles. Since you came along. Sweet Reece.
Sweet Reece.
Woo! Come on, Broncos. 2025 premieres. Woo!
Well done.
Where did you come from, baby? That's right.
Jordan, if you're awake, Jordan, and if you can call in now, Jordan, you're getting the Signa Boost Power Bank, but you've got 5 minutes to do it. So if your mates are hearing you venting twice, you've got to call up in 5 minutes. I'd love to hear your voice right now and to know what you're doing. Jai and Spud from Toukley have been great contributors on the vent line.
Spud.
Yeah. What's up?
Hey, mate, this is, mate, I'm struggling to put it into words, mate, but, mate, I know you're here tonight with us on the piss, but...
We're going out tonight, are we?
Nah, mate, you're gonna have to be sober for us.
What?
Mate, this is your 25th grand final that you've watched tonight, mate, and I'm gonna need you here.
Oh, right? Mate, that is awesome. I was going to tell you you're going to be my best mate anyway, but now you've said that.
Mate, yeah, I've watched you for a long time, mate, and mate, I'm just so proud of you, mate. Are you crying?
I'm glad you told me that.
Hold on. Here we go.
Well done, boys. What, you're still here? Well, you can see more on the Joel and Fletch socials and catch us live on SEN Radio, you beautiful humans.